it's Shelly with heartsandyourfood.com, and today we're going to make some hummus. But I threw in a little surprise ingredient, so we're calling this hummus Chahini hummus because we're going to be adding chia seeds. Now, I don't know if you know too much about chia seeds, but they are awesome little seeds. They are the highest plant-based source of omega-3 fatty acids. They have a complete amino acid profile. Now, flax seeds they're very high in omega-3s as well, but chia seeds is higher, and they can be stored for longer periods of time without going rancid. Your flax you have to stick in the refrigerator and all kinds of good stuff, but the chia seeds can basically just sit on the shelf. So, anyway, we're going to go ahead and proceed with the recipe, and we're going to start with something a little radical. It's not beans, it's zucchini squash. So we've cut up two medium zucchini squash. Today I only had little tiny squashes. They weren't tiny, but they were smaller. So I cut up 4 of those. So, you know, just eyeball it there. So we're going to go ahead and put the zucchini in, and then we're adding 1/3 of a cup of tahini. Now, if you don't know what tahini is basically just sesame seeds that are ground up into a paste. And we're going to have a video up about that soon. We're going to make some tahini out of just sesame seeds, and you do that in your food processor as well. And then we're going to use our chia seeds. And what I've done with the chia is I've already gelled it. They come in, you can buy them in packages, or you can buy them in the bulk section of your health food store. What we do with them is we add 1 tablespoon of chia seed to 3 tablespoons of water. And basically what I do is I just put it in a jar, and then I just add as much chia seed as I want and just pour some water over top of it and kind of stir it up and leave it in the fridge. You know, it'll gel up overnight, or actually it probably only takes about 30 minutes. But okay, so then we're going to go ahead and add lemon juice, and oh, that was 3 tablespoons of gelled chia, if I didn't say. And then this is about the juice of about 3 lemons. It equals up to about 6 or 7 tablespoons of lemon juice. And again, you know, if you don't like it super lemony, then add less lemon juice. If you don't like, you know, a heavy tahini taste, then add less tahini. Just make it to your liking. And then we've got 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. I like the kosher salt in recipes because it's not as salty. It doesn't really add any nutrition, but I like the kosher salt because it's a little less, you know, in your face. So, so I've got a teaspoon of that, and then 1 clove of garlic. And let me tell you, Brittany and I had a little discussion about the garlic because yesterday, when I was making this recipe to film it, I put in 2 cloves of garlic. Now, I tasted it right after I made it, and it was like on fire. It was so garlicky. So I let it sit for a little while, and that's the thing with raw food recipes. You're not cooking the garlic, so it is really strong. You kind of have to let the flavors meld. So when you make this, make sure you make it in advance and let it sit for a couple hours, and the flavors will get better. So that was 1 clove of garlic. Yesterday, like I said, we had 2. We decided 1 would be better today because after eating that yesterday, I would not want to make out with myself. So anyways, so what we're doing today is we're using the food processor, and we're just going to go ahead and turn it on and scrape down the sides occasionally until it gets to the consistency that we like. Okay, so I think I have it the consistency that I like. I'm going to give it a taste. Okay, that's really good. It's not as thick as normal hummus because, of course, we're not using garbanzo beans. So, you know, if it's not to the thickness that you like, because all raw foods, you know, are different, you're not going to get the same exact size squash as you did the time before. So if it's a little, you know, more liquidy than you would like, add another squash, or add, you know, whatever. You just play with it and see what you get. So we're going to go ahead, take this out of here. You have some delicious, I should say, Chahini hummus. And there you go. Okay guys, so there it is, Chahini hummus. go ahead and give it a shot. We use this on our wraps. I just eat it as a meal, basically, most of the time. This could be a meal. I probably wouldn't eat this many vegetables, but if you can eat that many vegetables, go for it. So we'll see you next time. This is Shelly with heartsonyourfood.com. If you would do us a favor and click thumbs up on our videos, if you think they're a thumbs up. If you want to click thumbs down, you can do that too, but I'll be sad. Sad face. So go ahead and rate and subscribe, please. You guys have a wonderful day and eat something green.